Good morning, sixth grade. So today you're going to be setting up your notebook for math class. You have two options for this. You can either set up your notebook with paper at home in your paper notebook using the template that I'm sending you, or you can use the interactive one that I'm sending you and add your stuff to it. I know that some of you are going to be the ones who want to keep both of them, and I'm perfectly okay with that as well. The electronic one is really cool to keep because you can put stuff in it. Like you can put copies of your work and anything else that we do that shows that you're learning what you did in your notes in there. Since you're not here in class, to be able to cut and paste that into there. So it's really going to be up to you. You can do either one. So what I've got here is this was the journal that I sent you. And when you first opened it, it would have had a title that says this, Copy of Interactive Math Journal. So all you're going to do, because you created a copy, is you're going to change it. I'm going to change it to my son's name. There we go. Spell his name correctly. And this is the front cover of your notebook. If you're choosing to keep the interactive one, this is when you can come in and you can put your name on it. And you can make it whatever color and font you want. Make it fun. Something you're proud of. Make it whatever color you want. He probably likes that color. We'll do that. And I'm going to stretch it out just a little bit. There we go. So now this belongs to Garrett. Maybe he wants to put some stickers on there. So he likes speed skating. Let's see what pops up. We're going to use the word clip art. So it'll give us pictures. Kind of look like stickers. So we'll stick that one on there. And we'll make it a little smaller. Spin it around a little. And we can stick that there. He likes his Nintendo Switch. Put that one on there. Move it down a little bit. Okay, so he's got his math notebook all ready to go. Now, the next page is in the interactive notebook online. I have already inserted your reference material. If you're at home, I did send home in a gallon Ziploc bag a reference chart. And what you can do is you can tab and glue that into your notebook. Or you can just kind of fold it up and put it in there, and you can use a paper clip to clip it to the front of your notebook. Okay? So that is in there. So we have the cover and your reference material. The very next page that you go to, you're going to have to create this. Okay? If you are keeping a paper one, you want to go ahead and make your Unit 1 title page. So the Unit 1 title is equivalent forms of fractions, decimals, and this shouldn't say integers. This should say percent, but I can't erase it, so let me fix it. I'm going to show you how to fix things real quick. So the line will be transparent, and this will be, see, that's fixed. And now it's supposed to say percents. And I think that that's the font. And ta-da, fixed. Okay. So that is now fixed for you so that it doesn't interfere. And if you can't fix it, no worries. It's absolutely no worries. Okay, so if you're keeping a paper copy, you're going to create your title page. You don't have to use this picture. You can use whatever picture you want. That's just a picture that I happen to stick in there. After your title page, we are going to be doing unit vocabulary for every math unit this year. So if you're keeping an electronic copy, I've already set it up for you. If you're keeping a paper copy, just get something that you can use as a straight edge, whether it be a ruler or maybe a sheet of paper, or maybe you have like an envelope that some mail came in or something, and you can use that to make a straight line. And you're going to make 3 columns. The top, it's going to say Unit 1 vocabulary, and here's your words. You have percent, ratio, equivalent decimal, proportional reasoning, equivalent fractions, simplest form, fraction, decimal, and equivalent. And then, of course, you're going to put the definition and a picture. So in order for you to enter that here, you're going to click on text box, draw you a text box. And I kind of like to drag it over here, make sure it's going to fit. And I just resize it. Okay. Once it is resized, I'm going to drag it over here so I can type in it. And I'm going to do equivalent fractions. So 2 fractions that are equal or the same amount of the whole. Okay. You might want to make it just a little bit bigger so you can see it. Okay. And if you want it all centered in the middle, you can do that. And so now I can drag that in. Let me show you a trick real quick. So now that you've got one of them formatted, if you will, you can either come up here and do, it's not going to let me copy. Hang on. You can do edit, copy, but then you see how it says Control C? You can also hit Control C. So Control C, and then if you hit Control V, that is not what I wanted it to do. So undo. There we go. Control C, Control V, and look, it made another one. So you have another text box size for the next one, and then you can just change the words. So equivalent fractions goes right there. Get it in there. And then I'm going to try to find a picture to go over here. Insert image, search web. I'm going to look up equivalent fractions. Let's try that. I kind of like that picture. Insert it. I'm going to have to resize it. Resize it a little bit more. There you go. And if you need to make this picture, this whole page bigger so you can see what you're doing, you can come over here to this little magnifying glass and you can zoom it in to like 100%, 50%, whatever you need to do. So I can see what I'm doing. So there is, or this is how you will create your vocabulary sheet if you're doing this virtually. If not at home, you can just look up your vocabulary words. You can still look at pictures online and then just draw them. Okay, so that's how you're going to set up your journal. Let me show you how to take it back to normal size. You go back to the magnifying glass and just go to fit, and it fits it all on a page for you. The last thing that I need to show you, because you're going to be doing this for lessons, is you'll see that I'm going to start giving you a slide that you might need to enter for that day. Okay, so I'm going to show you what one will look like. So let's say that this is the next slide I give you. You click on the slide over here on the left, and you see this little yellow around it. That means you clicked on it. You're going to, you can either go to edit, copy, or you can do the Control C, whichever you do. I prefer to use Control C, so I'm going to hit Control C. Then I'm going to go to My Interactive Notebook, or in this case, I'm going to Garrett's. And so this is my last page, my vocabulary. I'm going to go to the last page, and I'm going to hit Control V. And do you see how it put the slide in there? And then you're going to put Do Not Link. All right. So that is how you add a new slide. So let's say we do a worksheet today. Let me pull something up. something I know that y'all aren't going to be doing, but I can show you how it's done. I'll pull this up. Let's say this is the worksheet you're doing today. I know it's not. So I've clicked on it. I can hit Control C. I can go back over here, Control V. It puts it in there. And remember, if it pops up with the match styles, keep original styles, just say match. You want it to match your notebook. Okay? Now let's say you put something in there that you don't need. With the screen highlighted, you see how I have the slide highlighted? I can just hit delete and it's gone. If you accidentally delete something, don't panic. Just hit this little button right here, undo. It also tells you it's Control Z. Hit it and it's back. Okay? So there's a lot of really cool things that you're going to be able to do if you're doing this virtually. If not, have no worries. You can do your paper notebook as well. I know some people like to write it. So this page right here that I just put in, you will enter that tomorrow with your lesson. I hope that helped. Have fun today creating your notebooks. If you haven't finished the stuff from yesterday, please get that done. All right, thanks guys.